It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandule no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Welcome to 7:10 a.m. Wakey Wakey. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. How's everyone doing? Oh, man. Good morning. Good morning. Got a bunch of people up in here this morning. We got Chantel was the first. I saw there was some fighting over the first comment. Chantel got in there. Lonnie Sanchez. How you doing, Lonnie? Back to retro. Don't know why I said your whole name. That was weird. Chantel, Matt Workman, Charlie, good morning, good morning. How's Washington this morning? Back to retro. Granny's growing ganja. Good morning, good morning. Nova Mike in the house. Rosie Key, Harley, good morning, Harley. How you doing? How's the wild world of Bot Squad in Ohio? There's nothing wrong with Ohio except the snow and the rain. I really like Drew Carey, and I'd like to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's right. Little bowling for soup this morning. Nothing like getting you in the mood like a little bowling for soup. That's right. I love bowling for soup. Man, not to knock the guy because I was a heavier guy. Boy, lead singer from Bowling for Soup. I was watching a video. Guy's gained like 100 pounds since last I seen him. God bless him. Means he's living a good life. That's right. Means he's got food to put in his belly. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. What was it? The girl all the bad guys want. That was my jam, man, back in the day. I was that guy. I was the guy who couldn't grow a mustache and didn't get the girl all the bad guys want. That was me. I was that guy. Um, Great song, man. Great song. That's one of their it's their big hit, but their lesser known hit. Yeah, that's a great song. Um, yeah, I love that song. I used to jam out to Bowling for Soup. That was kind of my jam, the ska kind of punk, popish type thing. Um, don't get me wrong, I like real punk. I like that, but in doses. But pop punk, you can just listen to. Who was it? Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. One day I will be the bad guy. Hey, John. Good morning. Good morning. Um, who was it? Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins said one time. He said, "The ghost," is what he said. He said that pop music is like porn. Everybody likes it. Everybody checks it out. They just don't admit it. So think about that, guys. That is true. Everybody loves a little poppy music, man. A little something you can tap your toe to. But will you admit it or will you not? I've come out. You guys, I've come out of the closet. You guys know I am a massive Taylor Swift admirer. Not her per se, like I don't give a shit like about what she dresses or looks like, but her music. I enjoy her music. I have a playlist on my phone that may or may not say Tay Tay on it. Sometimes I enjoy a little Taylor Swift in my car alone. I'll admit it. I'll admit it, guys. It's like porn, you know. But is that like admitting to like watching really nasty porn? I listen to Taylor Swift is the equivalent to like I don't know. I don't know, like the real nasty stuff. I don't know. Oh man. All right, we got a good one for you today, guys. We are going to be looking at the greatest TV show. Taylor Swift looks like a velociraptor. She kind of does. She's all lanky, like she has those like elbows that just like go forever. Um, yeah, she's lanky. Like I said, I just like the music. I'm not like drooling over her. I don't have a thing for Taylor Swift per se. I just like her music. There ain't anything wrong with that. Hey, Matt Workman, oh my. No, that would be Ashley Simpson's music. Lonnie, do you want a la la? I think Lonnie wants the la la with his head on fire. I don't know the name of that. It's only Ashley Simpson song I can remember. It was give me some J Lo. See, look at that. You guys all have your guilty pleasures. Who's Taylor Swift? It's damn it. Damn it. I was trying to think of something I know Tim would know music wise. I'm like, it's the equivalent to your shitty music, but then I don't know what kind of music Tim listens to, damn it. So I totally blew it. Totally blew that one. We got to have guilty pleasures in life, guys. That's the only thing that keeps us going, man. Um, you know, there's something about you know what? This is all off the cuff today, guys, but let's talk about some guilty I'm feeling 22. Is that a yeah, that's a Taylor Swift song, right? I'm feeling I don't know how it goes, but it's a good one. That's a good one, Lonnie. Oh man. So, what are some of your guys' guilty pleasures out there? It doesn't have to be music, it could be anything. One of my guilty pleasures, Baja Blast. I love me some Baja Blast. There's times I'll drive an extra 10 miles if I'm going out for lunch just so I go to Taco Bell, just so I could get a Baja Blast. That's like that's deal sealer. What do I feel like? I go to Carl's, I go to McDonald's, I go to Jack in the Box. We don't got much around here. Or you could drive 10 miles and go get a Baja Blast and then just whatever for lunch. Sounds good. brrr, and I'm driving that way. Those are one of my no, but that would be Ashley Simpson music. um, I'm not gonna lie, I bop hard to In Sync. Yeah, see, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Um, May's coming. May's coming. Back to retro. I don't have any coffee. I forgot to use it all. Ooh, no coffee. That's like no weed in the morning. Those two handing it. You know what? I was trying to explain a wake and bake to somebody. I was like, well, I don't need it in the morning, but it's like a cup of coffee. Like, you do your wake and bake, you feel good. I drove to Havasu just for El Pollo Loco. Yes, I've done that. I've driven to Havasu for El Pollo Loco. Red Robin in Havasu. Oh man, I'm telling that's worth the drive. Just like the Healing Center, guys, it's worth the drive. Oh, Red Robin, that whole in Havasu, man, that whole restaurant row. I still want to try that Shogun in Havasu. It's like their Japanese style restaurant. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I've never been in there. Then you got like El Palacio, I believe, is in that strip. Mud Sharks, which hey, I used to manage Mud Sharks, not the brewery, but the pizza place. That's right. I managed the one in Havasu for like a half a second. I was like training there, so I didn't technically manage that store, but I did, if that makes sense. And then I went to Needles and managed this shitty Mud Sharks down here. I drive an hour just to get some Captain D's. Hey, back to retro, man. I know you have to leave your small town to go hang out with some dudes, but do you have to call him Captain D? I mean, come on. Does he have to be? Does his nickname have to be Captain D? He's like, hey, man, I drive an hour to get me some Captain D's. I'm sorry, Greg Rich. I just couldn't. That's his secret lover's name is Captain D. Oh, Kool-Aid with half Sprite, not Flavor Aid. Huh, that's interesting. I've never heard that. Kool-Aid with, so do you mix the Kool-Aid first, Lonnie? Like make it like regular Kool-Aid, then you do like half Kool-Aid, half Sprite, or are you mixing the Kool-Aid with the Sprite like initially? That's the question. Well, it is Pride Month. It is. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with driving an hour to go see Captain D. Hey, Vegas, I'd drive an hour to go see Mrs. P. Okay. Oh my God. Hey, when you need it, you need it. Fish, other stuff. Hey, no, I heard, I heard that, where did we eat at? We weren't in Dallas. We were in Houston. Um, and the barbecue in Houston is amazing. But because Houston is on the coast right there, man, the seafood was freaking amazing. I mean, so fresh. Like I've been at San Clemente. I've been down to Dana Point, right on the where you go to the pier and they're cooking stuff as they catch it. I mean, that's fresh, man. Vodka and Kool-Aid. Woo. Nice. That is a guilty pleasure there. um, but man, and use like the mussels and the clams and all that kind of stuff because it's right there. Um, so he does half water, half Sprite, but be careful when you add the Sprite; it almost is like Coke and Mentos. Is it pretty good? I'll have to try that. We'll have to do that, or maybe we'll do that today live on the air. I'll start mixing some drinks. Oh man. Yeah, so guilty pleasure. Oh, the seafood man in Houston is amazing. So I would imagine like close to that area that you guys would have a lot of great seafood, a lot of great fish places. I love Houston, man. I love Texas. I like to get out there more. I like to live there actually. I know everyone's saying that now. Hey, but at least I'm an Arizonan per se. I may live in the armpit of California. But I'm born bred Arizona guy. Arizona and Texas, they're like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. We believe the same stuff. We believe guns, like, yeah, Arizona and Texas, hand in hand. Like, so I would be going there, and I would think they would welcome me with open arms, not like all these other people moving there. Like, we have the same mentality. So definitely, yeah, I love Texas, man. We went to what, Dallas, Houston, all over. Drove all the way through. Had a great time. Love Dallas, man. Crazy. Back to Retro was just there for that big con. Oh man, you know what? I wouldn't mind. Yeah, he's doing in the next day or two, and see if he'll come on the show and talk to us about the con. Maybe have him as a guest. I know. Hey guys, they have a huge show on Saturday. You got to wait till weed is legal first. Oh God, yeah, they'd be all up my ass over there. Those fucking highway patrol fucking Texas guys with the glasses and shit. It's the last thing I fucking need. I tell you, man, you know what? People are funny. Like, people will say, I'm old enough. I've been through some stuff. I know when to run my mouth and I know when not to. Texas cops, you don't run your fucking mouth. You keep your mouth shut. Yes, sir. No, sir. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get on with the road. Yeah, you don't mess with Texas cops, man. Yeah. Oh, California sweated us, Brian. I'm good with it. It's changed. It's not this Saturday. It's a week from Saturday. All right, yeah, guys. So make sure Walker, Texas, Brian Beater. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Um, what is it? Oh, so not this Saturday, next Saturday, guys. We're gonna go. I'm gonna talk to Back to Retro and see, and the Mod Squad, see if we they got a big announcement, big show, big stuff. Next Saturday, guys. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. And I'm gonna see if they want to simultaneous broadcast it again, like we did last Saturday. I thought that was a lot of fun. That was cool. Um, yeah, man. Totally support Back to Retro, the Mod Squad. It's going to be a big show next Saturday, guys. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. It's one you're going to watch. Giveaways, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know much about it, so I can't hype it too much. But man, it's where you're going to want to be. It's what you're going to want to be around. You're going to want to be there, guys. So stay tuned for more information. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right, let me get a drink and we'll get into the today in history. But you can still tune in this Saturday too. They got their hey, good morning, Chris. He just woke up. Either that or I'm extremely boring. I don't know. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check that out. Wonder how to do that. Zoom. No, on our program we use the same one. So there was just a button that I just pressed and it like broadcasted through. Actually, it was pretty easy. Really nice. Miami Vice better than these top finales. Ooh, Miami Vice finale. That's one. You're not from around here, boy. Oh, Syria. Yeah. What's this dank world order, boy? Why do you have a sticker on your hat, boy? Oh, oh man. Miami, you know what? I forgot the Miami Vice finale. Damn it, we will mention that one though. That was a good finale. I forgot about that one. Good call, John. Good call. All right, let's do today in history, guys. Check this out. It's a good one too. Some birthdays that we actually may know today. All right, today in history, guys. 1982, Lang Lang, Chinese magician, no, not magician, musician, was born. 1969, Steffi Graf, tennis player, guys. Good old Steffi Graf was born. Rowan Williams, Archbishop of Canterbury, was born. Oh, man. We'll get into that one next. Let's see. Che Guevara, 1928, Argentina Cuban revolutionary was born. And don't forget the the last president, Donald Trump, 1946, he was born, guys. God, he's kind of old. He's looking kind of old. Just got indicted. Fuck, man. Craziness, man. We don't talk politics and I won't get too into it, but man, what a freak. This election is going to be wild, dude. Like, I'm telling you guys, man. I'm not gonna. I don't give a shit who you vote for. To be honest, like I mean, of course, we all got our policies and stuff we like to see fulfilled. We all do. But this election, I don't give a shit who you vote for. I don't want to hear who you're gonna vote for. I don't want to get into all this shit, guys. But man, just from a standpoint of freaking this election, it's going to be wild. Who's like never in the history of the world? We're talking history. So this is what we're talking. This is history, guys. This year, this election, this campaign is going to be one that I don't think anyone will ever forget, man. It's off the rails already. And yeah, it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be one of those things that you'll tell your grandkids about. You'll be like, "Oh my god, 2023, the presidency, running for president, Bart Simpson won." So I'm voting for Bart Simpson, guys. What does he say? Eat my shorts. That's what he'll tell Putin. Bart Simpson. That's who we need, guys. We need Bart Simpson as president. He would look Putin in the face. And you know what he would tell him? Eat my shorts. Where do you go from there? That's it. Bart Simpson, vote for Kevin from Back to Retro for president, right? Again. You know who I would like to vote for is Goldie Wilson. Where's Mayor Goldie Wilson when we need him? Mayor Goldie Wilson, if you are watching, I plead with you to run for presidency. If you're still alive, Mayor Goldie Wilson. I remember when you were just a mop boy in the diner, and then you became mayor, Mayor Goldie Wilson of Hill Valley. Is that what it was called? Will Valley? I just want 1% of 1% of the money spent on advertising. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. That's a whole nother thing to get into. Let's say, you know what? Let's not, okay, well, you do away with the presidency. It's gone. We're not talking about that. But let's talk about these advertisements, man. I back to the oops back back to the future. We're going back, Goldie Wilson. What is it? When Arizona was trying to go legal, a colored mayor, that'd be the day. He gets so excited too. Ooh, I like that, Mayor Goldie Wilson. What is it? The pharmaceutical companies spent billions of dollars trying to fight the legalization of marijuana in Arizona, billions of dollars. So I mean, like on advertisement and all this stuff, it makes you wonder what they really spend on all this stuff. I was quoting the movie "Don't Cancel Me." I will vouch for him. That is a movie line. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be wild. I don't know if he goes to jail or not. Um, are these, they're like, and again, politicalness out of it, guys. I'm looking at just the charges, just the positioning of the whole thing. And do politicians really go to jail? I mean, how many times have they caught Nixon? I mean, red-handed pretty much. And I'm okay with what Nixon did. I hate to say it, but I'm okay with it. It's like compared to what happens now, just go trying to get some paperwork, figure out where this leak was. But yeah, I don't know, man, because it doesn't seem like there's that many consequences for people in power that break the law. Like it's just, and I'm not saying him. I'm just saying in general, man. Like how many times have Congress called in someone and that person's like, "F you, you can't do anything," and they're like, "Yeah, he's kind of right. We can't do anything." Um, you know, yeah. So it'd be weird. House arrest from the White House. That would be something crazy, man. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like it's such an unknown road we're going down. Yeah, the law is definitely different for higher ups. I mean, you know, I will. I was gonna mention one thing, but I'm not because that opens up a whole can of worms. Today in history, guys. Today in history. I think we're all in agreement, guys. Like, you know what? We're all friends here. We're all friendly. We can, I just don't, I don't want to ever cause no drama because people take this political stuff very seriously, as you should. It's your life, man. It's what you believe in. It's what the direction you want to see the world go in. I get it, man. I get it. We're in a weird place and there's such this tribe mentality right now, us versus them, no matter what side you're on, Um, and I think we just need to get back down to the middle of the road. Um, there is, like we're at a point now where it's like, we're at a point now where like, even if a good idea comes out, they're going to reject it, man, because it comes from the other side, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Like a good idea is a good idea. Um, yeah, just crazy. Yeah, I froze. I fixed it. I try to do it incognito so you guys don't see it. Every once in a while it happens. All right, guys. Today in history, let's get it back into this. The first prisoners at Auschwitz. Yeah, this is a horrible one. On this day in history, guys, in 1940, the first transport of Polish political prisoners arrived at Auschwitz, which became the Nazi Germany's largest concentration extermination camp and slave labor camp, where more than 1 million people died. You know what, man? Let's take a moment. You know what? Let's talk about that. We're sitting here and I'm stressed about the channel. I'm stressed about my personal life. I'm stressed about some bullshit, just nonsense. You guys probably have some stuff going on in your life that, oh my God, I got to pay this bill. I got to do that. Let's talk about this. 1940, guys. So what's that? 70, 80 years ago? Ish. Not a long time ago, guys. A lifetime. Literally a lifetime ago. Somebody's lifetime. Your grandma, their lifetime ago. Your dad, their lifetime, 80 years old. People were getting taken from their homes and forced to go into some freaking concentration camp. Like, how crazy is that? 80 years ago. That's not a long time ago, man. And here we are, like, boo-hooing over, like rising prices, man. I'm happy. I don't have to worry about some fucking maniac knocking on my door, grabbing me. Freaking, 1 million people died, guys. 1 million people in these camps alone. That's not even talking about the war. We're talking just concentration camps. 1 million people. We got it pretty good, guys. I think we need to like really like, you know what? I've been stressed about stuff. I've been stressed about the channel. I've been stressed about my personal life, trying to get it all in order. And you know, if that's all I got to worry about in life, I got it pretty damn good. You know, let's just appreciate what we have right now, guys. We have each other. We have this community. We have a great opportunity to, have a good time every day. Let's just appreciate that because, man, it literally could turn on a dime. It's happened in the past. We look at this stuff so we don't repeat our failures from the past. But you never know. You never know. This could happen again, guys. And let's just live in the moment and just appreciate what we got because that is some serious, serious stuff, man. Oh, and if you're a survivor, a Holocaust survivor, man, God bless you. God bless you. All right, what else we got, guys? In 2009, American basketball coach Phil Jackson won a record-setting 10th NBA championship with the LA Lakers when they defeated the Orlando Magic. In 1982, the surrender of a large Argentinian garrison at Port Stanley to the British military concluded the Folk Island War, which was fought for the control of Folk Islands and its dependency. This was in 82? That's weird. In 1963, the manned Soviet spacecraft Vostok 5 was launched, and 2 days later, Vostok 6 was sent into orbit carrying cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkovsky, the first woman to travel into space. 1940, German forces entered Paris, beginning a 4-year occupation of the French city. That's another thing we don't really think about, guys, is man, they were really rocking and rolling in 1940. Damn. They're just rolling into France, Paris, taking over. Oh man. Che Guevara, uh tactician of guerrilla warfare. He's the one on all the shirts with the beard. Prominent communist figure in Cuban revolutionary and guerrilla leader was born. American author Harriet Beecher Stowe, who wrote the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, was born in Connecticut. Napoleon won his first battle in Friedland, somewhere in Friedland, Battle of Friedland, later leading to the Treaty of Alexander the First of Russia. Napoleon and his troop defeated Austrians in the Battle of Manchuria, securing his military and civilian authorities in Paris. The Constitutional Congress approved the Stars and Stripes as the first national flag of America today in history. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And last but not least, the French and English defeated the Spanish forces near Dunkirk, then in Spanish Netherlands in the Battle of the Dunes. A lot of war stuff going on in history today, guys, and NBA Finals too. Tattoo my father had her show us, said someday you'll know what this means. Oh man, ooh. That's rough. That's a rough one. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's just a horrible situation. But that was your today in history, guys. What was I gonna say? Had something to say afterwards. I didn't. Yeah, I would imagine, man. I would imagine a lot of those people don't talk about that stuff, man. I mean, talk about hell. Like literally just hell, man. Oh. There's a movie called The Golden Finch. I believe it's with Ryan Reynolds. It's about a painting that the Nazis took, and then they ended up later on when they got all the art and everything back. It went into a museum, but it was a family's painting, like through the generations. So so they they were fighting to get it back was the premise of the movie. But in the very beginning, when the election happens and Hitler gets elected president or whatever, La Fuhrer, he they have a family comes to visit this other family, and they're like, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but things are getting a little crazy, I think. I don't know what this third right's all about. We're going to pack up and go to Spain, or we're going to pack up and go to a different country until this all gets sorted out, because it's kind of weird. And then they have to make that decision. So that would be like if all of a sudden, and I know people say this all the fucking time, but it's different. It would be like if someone got elected and like all of a sudden you're a certain race, certain nationality, and you start getting fucking beat up by the cops, and you start getting harassed, and you to a point, and it's like there's a lot of hate speech, and you got to be like, do we leave or do we stay? That's a weird position to be in, man. I couldn't even imagine like just changing times. It just shows, man. It shows that anything can happen at any time. Just appreciate each other, appreciate what we got, guys. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. All right. Oh, congratulations. That's what I was going to say. To the Las Vegas Golden Knights, guys. Stanley Cup winners. The first one. How awesome is that? The Vegas Knights won it in Vegas, too. Oh, man, I was up there. I saw a bunch of people dressed up for it, getting ready to go to the game. Yeah, very, very cool, guys. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Hey, 70 miles away. They're the local team. I'll I'll take them as the local team. So yeah, congratulations, Golden Knights, man. Come on, Oakland or Las Vegas A's. Let's get it together. Let's get some players in there. Let's bring a World Series to Las Vegas, man. How cool would that be? Oh, and then what? You got the Super Bowl next year? The Super Bowl in Vegas next year? I want to say yeah. But Raiders probably won't be there. So that's a different story. But yeah, man, Las Vegas Knights, how cool. Vegas turning into this freaking metropolis, guys. They're having the F1 races on the street, those F1 series races. They got the Oakland A's coming. They got the Raiders. They got freaking the Knights. I mean, man, go Bucks. What NBT? I don't know. They haven't said, but I'm imagining an NBA team will eventually. It's funny how that like all transpired. Before they would not let any professional teams in Vegas because of the gambling issues. And there was a lot of rumor about the 1997, 96. No, it was like 92, 91. UNLV running Rebels. Do you guys remember this team? I think it was the 1990 through 94 team. You had Stacey Ogman, Larry Johnson, Greg Anthony. You had, man, this was like all 5 starters got drafted. I think there's 5 starters. I'm not a huge basketball fan, guys. All the starters got drafted. And so the first year, it was their junior year. And they dominated, man. They freaking just boom, 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 boom. No one could beat them. They make it to the finals. They lost. And there was a lot of controversy. Did they lose on purpose for points because of Vegas? And they were bitter because um, um, if there is oh shoot, what was I even talking about? I was reading comments, darn it. Reading comments. Yeah, so just craziness, man. Ah, fucking stoner memory. Getting bad. Oh, so they all get drafted, but they lost that first year. But then their senior year, I think they almost went undefeated. Like that's how good they were. And I have a Larry Johnson autographed basketball somewhere, probably deflated and funky by now. But yeah, man, that team, Jerry Tarkanian. And there was a lot of rumors he was mobbed up, that he had a lot of mafia influence around him. That's why he never coached in the pros. They didn't want to lose him in Vegas. Um, yeah, just crazy. Stoner memory mixed with old man brain. Bad combo, I'm telling you. Yeah, so that UNLV team. So that's where Vega. Oh, there's the church, guys. The churches are ringing, dinging, ding, a donging. So yeah, there was a lot of controversy over having pro teams because of the gambling. But I think the stigma's kind of gone off of that now. So you're gonna see you got baseball coming, you got hockey. They won the Stanley Cup, man. How awesome is that? You got football now, and all you need is another stadium, guys. I don't even know if they built it. What do we got? 3 stadiums. You got T-Mobile Arena. You got the Raiders stadium, and then you're going to have the baseball stadium. So if you brought in basketball, I guess you could probably use like one of the others, or I don't know, man. The strip's going to be different. The strip is going to be, oh, Pete Rose. Yeah, what about Pete Rose at this time? Pete Rose is like, what the fuck, man? oh, oh, man. RV Cannabis Paradise. Nice, nice. Oh, man. You can almost see the buffering wheel spin above his head. Oh, man. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show, guys. This is, I hate it when they don't upload everything. This is the greatest TV show finales of all time. I missed a couple. I missed Miami Vice. He gets caught rewatch live. All right, let's get into this, guys. First up, Everyone Loves Raymond. 32.9 million people tuned in to the final episode of Everyone Loves Raymond, the hit American sitcom starring Ray Romano as a hapless sports writer and family man Ray Barone. Aired on 16th of May 2005, and it drew a record 32.9 million viewers. The show, which ran for 9 seasons and won 15 Emmys after being nominated for a whopping 69, was known for its realistic and witty portrayal of everybody's everyday conflicts and frustration of the Barone families living in suburban New York. The show starred a bunch of people. Great show. I love me some Everyone Loves Raymond. It's the show that made me realize that my parents are like everyone else's parents. That my parents aren't crazy. That they're just like everyone else. So there was an episode of Everyone Loves Raymond where he buys his parents a coffee maker, like a new fancy one, and it's engraved and it's a whole thing because, it's the future. And they take it back and they return it, and it's a whole thing because they like their old school coffee maker. So nothing to do with the show. I just, I bought my parents a Keurig one time for Christmas, and they stuck it in the cabinet, and they were just like, we don't know about this thing. Do you want it back? Like, yeah, it was bad. I was like, what the fuck? I just gave you something. So then about 4 years later, I'm at their house, and I notice that they're making a cup of coffee with the Keurig. And I'm like, oh, you guys are using it now? And they're like, well, yeah, because we like to make one cup of coffee at a time. And we didn't realize. And I'm like, my parents, they made such a big deal about this coffee maker at the time. We don't understand it. Oh my God, the future. And then when it's on their time and they figure it out, it's okay. So that's what Everyone Loves Raymond made me realize my parents are like everyone else's parents, that I'm normal. Well, my situation is normal-ish. I'm not normal by any means. Yeah, great show. Ran forever. Nice. You know what, man? It was one of those shows where you could just sit down and watch. You could walk in at any time and know what was going on. Great show, great writing, wholesome. Like, man, it made you forget it was one of those shows that make you forget your worries. Good show. Dallas. 33.3 million, guys. Oh my God, Dallas, the long-running soap opera about the many feuds and fortunes of the wealthy Texas back to retro review family. That's right, guys. It ended its 14th season and final season on May 3rd, 1991. The 2-hour special episode called Conundrum. The episode was watched by 33.3 million viewers, making it the most watched TV show finale of the year. The episode featured the show's main character, J.R. Ewing, a ruthless oil tycoon who made many enemies over the years, contemplating suicide after losing his business, his family, and his friends. Who shot J.R.? Back to retro. He shot JR. Oh man, have a good one, Teresa Deller. Have fun. Oh man. Yeah. So Yeah, Who Shot JR? I never watched Dallas. I was way too young for it. Like, I knew all the lore and everything about it, pop culture. But yeah, I've never watched an episode. I have no idea what it's about. But how crazy is that? The final is him contemplating suicide because he lost it all. Um, kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Major show though, guys. I will save that one for last because that one is the one. All right, cheers, guys. 80.4 million people tuned in for this one. I love me some cheers, man. Norm. In 1982, feel good sitcom Cheers famously takes place in the infamous bar Boston, where everybody knows your name and features a group of local who come together for drinks, conversation, and propriety. Sounds like us guys. And the bud tender Sam Mayday Malone, the star of the studded Cheers, touted an impressive ensemble cast included Shelley Long, Rhea Perlman, Kelsey Grammer, Woody Harrelson, and its popularity led to Grammer receiving his own spin-off, Frasier. Yeah, man, it was huge. Man, I remember watching Cheers when it went into syndication. When you get home from school, I'd watch Night. You'd watch Cheers. You'd watch. There was like a whole run of shows. Let me fix this real quick. All right, we're good. Yeah, so there was like a whole run of shows. Did he call himself a bud tender? Do you call him a bud tender? Did I call him a bud tender? Oops, a bartender. I might have called him a bud tender by mistake. A bartender. Um, yeah, great show. My childhood, man. You know what? This sounds weird, but when I was 14, when I worked at that car lot, I told you guys I worked full time job at 14 years old, 40 hours a week, man. Show up at 8 a.m., leave at 4:30. Um, Working in the sun, hot work too. I get home, I take a shower, put on clothes, and then on Thursdays I'd get home from work on Thursday. I would take a shower, eat dinner, and then at 7 o'clock you had Cosby Show, you had A Different World, you had Cheers, and then you had whatever weird um, show they were pushing at the moment. But that, man, Thursday nights was the jam, man. I looked forward working a hard day's work at 14 years old, come home, watch Cheers, watch Different World, watch Cosby. I didn't know what was going on back then, but you watch Cosby. Man, those were some good. Night Court. Yeah, Night Court was another one in that block. Oh man, such a good memories from my childhood on that, man. Slave labor. But I was making minimum wage. I can't complain. All right. Friends. 52.5 million viewers, guys. The 90s lightning in a bottle sitcom Friends famously followed six unique pals as they navigated both professional and personal lives while living in Manhattan. Yeah, TGIF was my jam too. That was just a little earlier. Um, Thought it was a 10 season tenure. The Adored series garnered widespread acclaim and then blew up the careers, man. You look at the careers of everyone on there, man. They went on to some great things. I blame Back to Retro too, Mr. Crispers. Damn that Back to Retro. He's he has a hard time sometimes because his house is so ginormous. He lives in like a mansion on like 100 acres, and sometimes he has a hard time making it from the living room to the viewing room. He has a viewing room that he watches it. He watches the show on. And sometimes he has to have his butlers. Yeah, I use plural there. He has his butlers pick up the couch like he's a Roman emperor and they carry him to the viewing room. And so sometimes he's late to the show because, if there's a missing butler, it takes a little longer to, if the butler has a day off. He doesn't normally give the guys days off, but every once in a while, like if they have surgery or if they have like some kind of medical procedure needing to He is. I'm telling you, he's getting ready to run for president, guys. Oh man. So Friends, great, great show. Love me some Friends. I still watch it. Me and my daughter, when this was a couple years ago, but we kind of had a routine. We're getting back into it, where she'll come out before bed, and we'll watch 3 episodes of Friends, and then when Mother comes on, this is on like Nick at Night or whatever it's called now, TV Land, and then Mother comes on or whatever that show, and then we turn it off. We might watch 1 episode of that, and then she goes to bed and I play video games or whatever. But that's how we used to do that time together, and we still kind of do when she's around. She's a busy 18-year-old now, and then my son, same thing. So yeah, that was man. Friends, still watch Friends. Friends is that show where you know it's going to be good. You can just turn it on, do your housework, do whatever. Friends is going to be the show that you know. It's a great show. Great show. All right. The Fugitive. Bum, bum, bum. Who remembers? You keep watching Friends. I'll keep watching reruns of Mod. You know what show I got into, Mr. Crispers? And you're going to, all you guys are going to laugh at me. And me and my daughter watch this. It's a show, it's a Canadian show called Corner Gas. It's like Mayberry in the middle of nowhere. It's in Saskatchewan, Canada, and and where it's at. Back to retro. You'll know this. Um, it's like those weird places in those weird spots in Texas that are just like nothing but fields. Like farming fields for like hundreds of miles, nothing but farming fields. And then there's a little give me some Mama's Family. Oh yeah, Corner Gas is a damn fine show. It is right, but it's weird. Like I don't feel like I should enjoy it as much as I do, but I really I like it. Yeah. So it's about this gas station restaurant in the middle of nowhere, and like their antics, kind of like a Mayberry thing. Um, when I had a girlfriend, when my ex lived here, she woke up. You know how sometimes you watch a show and then you fall asleep, and whatever app that you're watching, it will just like play the next like whatever you have in your queue. Well, she woke up to Corner Gas, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I woke up and the guy was talking about his shoes, and I don't know. Like, how do you watch a show? And yeah, it's a fun show. The one thing that throws me off the most about it is because it is such a Canadian show that when Canadian celebrities show up, and we should probably know who they are, but we don't because we're not Canadian. Um, I would like to go see that. The Vicki Lawrence, Thelma Harper, two-woman show. I wonder if she comes to Laughlin. She used to come to the Riverside Casino all the time. I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you, Mr. Crispers. That's a good one. Shawshank Redemption. Yes, that's another great one. All right. Yeah. So Corner Gas. That's funny. That's not one of the most anticipated shows of all time, but The Fugitive, guys, had 78 million people. This is in the 60s, too. David Jansen headlining the thrilling 1960s crime drama The Fugitive, appearing as Dr. Richard Kimball, a man who is wrongly convicted of his wife's murder and is forced to go on a run in effort to track down her real killer. Kimball is not only pursued by a relentless police lieutenant Philip Gerard, but also battles it out with the dangerous figure known as the One-Armed Man. So, do you guys remember when this movie came out? Um, yeah, I want to check that out. That sounds like a good show. That Thelma Harper, Vicki Lawrence show sounds really good. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's something if they come to the Riverside, because I'm telling you, she comes to the Riverside all the time. Maybe we'll do a group meetup, and if anyone's into that, do that. I would like to see that. Um, yeah. So, who remembers the movie The Fugitive? Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones. People say I look like Tommy Lee Jones. It's the forehead. It's our hairline. I got the Tommy Lee Jones hairline going, guys. What is it? So when that movie came out, man, it was a blockbuster. Everyone's quoting it. It's the one-armed man. It's the one-armed man. Well, I'm giving a ride to a guy with no arms. Like literally, he had both of his arms severed. And I'm giving a ride. Not really my friend, friend of a friend, whatever. And fucking, I make a one-armed man joke. It was pop culture. It was what was popular at the time. I didn't put two and two together. This dude hated me. He probably still hates me to this day. This motherfucker talking one arm man. Oh man. The guy's nickname was No Arms Andy. I mean, how did he get mad at me? I just said, oh, it was the one arm man did it. Little did I know. I didn't say the no arm man. I said the one arm man. Yeah, literally his nickname was No Arms Andy. You wouldn't think the guy would get so offended, but you know, yeah. God bless him. He probably passed away. That dude was a tweaking mother sucker, man. Woo! That guy come off the rails. Those guys look like Gollum. Sometimes he'd be up for days and come looking like Gollum with the hair all string out. I'm technically in California, but we live like in the armpit of California. So we got Needles, California, we got Arizona, and we got Nevada, all within like 3 miles of each other. So technically I'm in California, but if I walk a half a block, I'm in Arizona. If I walk another mile, I'm in Nevada. So it's kind of like all three. I grew up in Arizona though, so I kind of consider myself an Arizona guy, but I'm in California now, so you guys know. At least he couldn't give you the finger. He wanted to. Oh fuck, he wanted to. And that's not that far. Lemire, that place, Lemire, Cottonmouth. Sorry guys, I got the Cottonmouth. All right, yeah. So that's a great one. Yeah, we'll have to go check that out. All right, so the fugitive guys. So yeah, that guy, the one-armed man, hated me, but unlike him, 78 million people tuned in for this one-armed man. Did he? I don't know. It was before I was born. Did he end up catching the one-armed man in the finale? Should we look that up real quick? What happened? I need Alexa in here. On the finale of The Fugitive. Fugitive of the Future Diaries. Jean becomes Kimball's conspirator and love interest as she hides him from Gerard and helps him tell the one-armed man, who is bailed out by a mysterious benefactor before escaping. The one-armed man swears that he didn't kill Kimball's wife. Oh, this is long. Hang on. Love interest didn't kill Kimball White, but he saw who did it. It was a hell of a cliffhanger for the end of the first episode, and what is this the finale? All right. By the end of its relative, the fugitive had dipped significantly. So they didn't really freaking do much. The one-armed man. Let's see. Confront another in a foot chase, gunfight brought to the finish. Intones the show narrator when it's all over. We're assured that Kimball is done looking over his shoulder and the day of running has stopped. Ooh, because the one-armed man didn't kill his wife, but they know who did. Bum, bum, bum. Oh man, Baker, how are you? All right, so the fugitive guys. Kevin, you wouldn't know what to do with an Alexa Bliss. Nice. Magnum PI, guys. Good old Magnum PI. Great show. Man, lifted Tom Selleck to the next level, guys. Ugh, back itches. Sorry. The great Tom Selleck portrayed the mustache macho private investigator Thomas Magnum in the critically acclaimed 80s staple Magnum PI, which follows the Hawaii-based private eye as he takes on colorful cases. Such a great, story. He's just a private investigator. I watch the new ones every once in a while, the remake, not too often, but so I kind of get the gist of it. But man, what a great concept for a show. The best Magnum PI episode was a crossover with Murder She Wrote. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Murder She Wrote. Wow. Um, yeah. So Magnum PI, man, awesome show. Such a great storyline, like every week, because it's just different adventures, man. Like him and his buddies getting into some nonsense, hearing stuff. Hearing stuff, guys. Yeah, so man, Magnum PI, great show. Tom Selleck's mustache. Real quick story. I know we're creeping on the hour mark. I swear to God, every morning I wake up, I'm only doing 20 minutes. I'm only doing 30 minutes this morning. We end up going an hour. Um, I was working at the healing center. I was a bud tender at the time. And I'm working my shift, doing my thing. We had tablets that we enter all our information on. So I'm walking by, and someone's tablet just sitting there. I still don't know who's it to this day. And oops, what the heck? Oh, camera's going on, phone's going off, guys, and I can't turn it off. And It's gonna be annoying. And so I'm walking by, and somebody's tablet. I didn't even know you could at the time. They opened up the um, A-Team. That was another good one. Um, they open up. Oh shit! What was I gonna say? Stupid phone threw me off. God damn it! Goddamn phone. Oh man, yeah. So Magnum PI, great show. Um, oh man, great writing. I like Magnum PI. Cool ringtone. I didn't know if you guys could hear it or not. Uh, Seinfeld, guys, my jam. Tablets. Thank you, Chris Zergini. So I'm walking by, and someone has their tablet open, and it's a picture of Tom Selleck, but they zoomed in on the mustache, and it's just sitting there. And I'm like, who the fuck opened the internet? I didn't even know we could. And why are you zooming in on a picture of Tom Selleck's mustache? It was the weirdest unanswered thing I ever. The A-Team episode with Culture Club performing in a cowboy bar. I need to see that. There was that episode of the A-Team too with Hulk Hogan. Remember that one where the wrestlers were like all involved and stuff? That was during WrestleMania 1 when they were doing the cross promotion. Seinfeld, guys. 76.3 million viewers. I'll be the first one to say I did not like this finale. I thought this finale sucked. I thought they could have done so much better. I think they even think they could do a lot better. If you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, they kind of redid the finale on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was pretty good. Love me some Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David, great comedian. I actually had worked on a show with Cheryl Hines, who plays his love interest. She was a producer on this show that I worked on. She came in and had lunch with us. It was like 5 of us, and she like sat down, so we got to ask her a bunch of questions. And a really cool lady, but told us a lot about Curb Your Enthusiasm and how a lot of it's just ad libbed. Like they have the basic template, but they're just ad libbing off of each other, which I think really adds like a great aspect to that show. But Seinfeld, guys, man, huge show. Love Seinfeld. Watched it all through my childhood. Watch it to this day, guys. If Seinfeld's on, I'm watching. If I'm flipping through the channels, which I guess you don't really do anymore because unless you got like a direct TV or something, you're not really flipping through channels if you're streaming. But yeah, man, if I see a Seinfeld episode, I'm watching it. Um, great show, man. One of the best. One of the best of all time. Cosby Show, guys, 44.4 million. You guys know all about the Cosby Show. 84 ran to 1992. Huge, massive show, guys. The finale aired on day 2 of the Los Angeles Rodney King riots, and Cosby appeared on television and attempted to calm down rioters and pled with viewers to watch the finale instead. Yeah, man, I know Bill Cosby's a weird son of a gun, man. Um, Bill Cosby is definitely weird. Yeah. um, Yeah, fooled. That's right. 44 million people pilled, roofied. Oh man. All right, guys, let's run through these. Home Improvement. Nova Mike, this one's for you. 3.5 million. Great show. Another one, man. Another great. They don't make them like they used to, guys. Um, Two home improvements. Frasier, spin-off of Cheers, guys. Great show. Man, the finale on this one gained 33.7 million. This was a show, it was a spin-off, but man, it had its own. It did its own thing. It was separate from Cheers. You could watch it and not even know anything about Cheers and be good. Family Ties, another great one, guys. One I grew up on. Um, the hippie parents with the Republican kid. Great show, man. Michael J. Fox launched him into superstardom. Same time he was filming this, he was filming Back to the Future. Awesome. Star Trek Next Generation, guys. 31 million tuned in for this. This was huge. Huge. People did not want to see that one end. And then All in the Family, guys. All in the Family could not make this again. 40 million viewers, guys. This was huge. Archie Bunker, the mean, lovable fool, much like myself. Except I'm not yelling about Polish people. I don't care. I like your sausage. Oh, no, no. I like your sausage, Polish people. I said it. That's right. I accidentally said, hey, Polish people, I like your sausage. Oh, my God. Oh, funny. So let's and then the number one, guys, is going to be MASH with 105 million. This was a huge one, I think, of all time. But I want to give you some of my top finales, guys. Breaking Bad, my top finale. Um, my top show of all time, Breaking Bad, man. Great show. Great freaking I'm not even going to say it, but um, yeah, Breaking Bad, man, season finale, one of the best. Better Call Saul, one of the best. What was another one? Smallville, that was another great one that meant something to me. I'm trying to think. Ted Lasso, just recently, just a couple weeks ago, Ted Lasso's finale, that was pretty good. Some of the ones I've hated. Sopranos. Sopranos ending is not good. It's okay. It's just so anticlimactic. And I guess maybe that's what he wanted you as the viewer to resonate and you come up with your own ending. So I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a hard one. What's another one that ended kind of weird? Um Newhart. Oh, the Bob Newhart show. So this is another, man. I was ahead of my time, guys. So when I was in like third, fourth grade, oh, Sons of Anarchy, another great one. Well, we got the Mayans coming up this year too. All the girls I know hated Dawson's Creek's ending. Yeah, I remember hearing that one got controversial. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans are coming up, that season finale. I like it when they tie it up. Oh, Newhart. So I used to watch the Bob Newhart show, the one where he was like a psychiatrist and he worked in an office. And then he had the one where he was an innkeeper. But the finale of the Bob Newhart show, the one where he was the innkeeper with his brother Larry and his other brother Larry, at the end, his wife from the first show shows up and it's like a weird that was a good ending, and it was like, are you dreaming? What? Twin Peaks, another great ending. Prison Break, yeah, hell yeah. That's coming back. You guys see that? Prison Break, not even like a whole new season. Not even like a remake. They're actually bringing back Prison Break with the people. Man, I used to love Prison Break. Jericho, how many people remember the show Jericho about a nuclear bomb that hits and takes out the United States, and there's little pockets of people married with children? Another huge one. Another huge one. Oh man. All right, guys. I was trying to think of another one, but I'm going to get out of here. We got Weed Wednesday. It's Weed Wednesday on the 420 show, guys. We got a good one. We're going to be getting into some crazy, crazy stuff. You guys know that. We're looking at people tripping. We're going to be looking at people too high. Videos of people who got a little too high, too drunk, too mushroomed out. They're wandering the craziness, guys. MASH out. We just covered MASH was the biggest one. Huge, guys. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget Simon and Simon. that season finale, that series finale. Remember the show Simon and Simon? All right. I love you guys too, man. Appreciate you. At least we're clear today. At least the audio's good. Oh, man. Get in on these giveaways, guys. Hashtag Fallout. Hashtag Funk. Hashtag DWO. And then hashtag Stizzy, guys. Whole bag of stuff on all these. ER, another good one. Another good one. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you at 420.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you